Hi friends! Welcome to my channel. My name is Dana and I am so excited to be able to share my love of makeup and beauty with you all. Now, I am someone who loves getting a good deal on makeup. I love to spend less if ever possible, and I think there's a lot of great drugstore products out there that are totally better than the high-end products. But I do think there are some high-end products out there that are absolutely worth that high-end price tag, so I wanted to share a couple of those with you today. This is really in no particular order, but these are my top 10 high-end products that I think are worth a high-end price tag. Starting off, I have the original Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. These are the 14 pan palettes. I have Soft Glam, which just looks like that. I have Norvina, and I have Subculture, which just looks like that. I know Subculture is a polarizing palette for a lot of people, but I actually do consider it equal to my Soft Glam and my Norvina. I think the quality-wise, it is very consistent with the other two, at least in my opinion. I know not everybody got the same quality palettes, and I know some people had really bad luck with this one, but I do really like it, so I'm including it in this set. I think these are fantastic. I don't think there is an eyeshadow formula out there that is as good and as consistent as these palettes. Soft Glam is one of my favorite palettes of all time. I wear this palette every time I'm going to a special occasion like a wedding or a graduation. I do it for photo shoots. I have used this palette for everything and I love it. Norvina is one of my favorite palettes as well. I use it so consistently. I love the sort of pinky purple tones that are in here. I like how sparkly it is, but without being too intense. I really like that you can take it quite deep or you can hang quite light in the other zone. You can do a sort of office appropriate look if your office has rules on that or if your workplace does. You can still get a really work appropriate, fun, colorful look out of Norvina. And I genuinely do like Subculture. I really do. I think it's great for grungy fall. And in at least my palette, I think the quality is pretty good. The only color that I have some trouble with is this shimmer down here called Electric, which has been hard panned since the first time I've used it. I just scrape it regularly and it's fine, but I do really like Subculture as well. I think these palettes are absolutely worth the price. I don't think there is a drugstore palette that rivals these quality. And if there's a color story that comes out that really works for you, these 14 pans are great. The next one I have here is the Fenty Pro Filter Concealer. I have the shade 110 because that is the shade that works for my skin tone, but I do love that this range has, I think, over 50 shades now. If it's not over 50, it is 50. It's great. You can find your exact undertone, your exact skin tone, which I think is really awesome. I am someone who struggles to find something that's light enough and also neutral. I struggle to find face products that are light enough but also neutral, as my face is quite pink but my body is a little more neutral toned. So I try and sort of match them, and sometimes that's hard, but I don't find I have an issue with that with Fenty at all. I love this concealer. I think it goes on so well. It never creases on me. It's thick enough to have really, really good coverage, but it's thin enough that I can actually use it all over my face with a little bit of moisturizer, as sort of a tinted moisturizer or foundation. I actually take this traveling, or I used to in the before times. I used to take this traveling a lot. I really, really like this. I think this is absolutely worth the money, and this is a concealer I will continue to repurchase. Next, I have a product I actually debated putting in here because it is so expensive, but I genuinely don't think I have found anything that works as well as this product, either cheaper or more expensive. And that is the Farsali Liquid Powder Serum. If you have oily skin and you struggle finding something that is lightweight and doesn't clog your pores but mattifies completely, this is it. This stuff works so well. And there are a lot of dupes on the market, and some of them I've heard are fairly similar. I've heard the Makeup Revolution one is fairly similar. There's an e.l.f. one that isn't too bad, but they aren't as good. And I do think this one is better, and I think it is worth the price. I will continue to buy it. Farsali does have some great sales, although the Farsali website doesn't ship to Canada. But if you're in the States, keep an eye out because I think these were on sale for like 50% off a couple months ago, and they do go on sale relatively frequently. This stuff is great. I love it. I do totally think it's worth its high-end price tag. The next one I have here is the Melt Digital Dust Highlighter. I have the shade Morning Star, and this is my go-to highlighter. I absolutely adore this highlighter. On camera, I think it just looks straight white, but in person you can see a sort of pink to peach to gold shift. It's just stunning. On my skin tone, on other light skin tones, this is absolutely phenomenal. The formula is great, it lasts all day, it's shimmery without being like chunky glitter. It's just, oh, it looks so, so beautiful on the skin. Melt does have a pretty nice range of highlighters. They have some that are quite deep, some like this one that are quite light and icy. I think these are fantastic and I will probably never stop raving about them. I don't know that I'm gonna have to repurchase this because I use it so consistently and there is barely a dip in this product. So I think this is probably gonna last me until it expires, but if I ever run out or expire, I am gonna repurchase this. I love this highlighter. The next product I wanted to mention is the Bite Beauty lipsticks, and I don't particularly like the liquid lipsticks, but all of the stick lipsticks are fantastic. I have the Power Move Crayon, the multi-sticks, this is a mini, and the Amuse Bouche lipsticks, this is also a mini, and I think these are great. I love the formulas. I love that they're not quite matte, but not quite shiny either. They're much more of a satin. They're very, very comfortable on the lips. Some of the Power Move crayons are a little closer to a cream lipstick, but the multi-sticks and the Amuse Bouche lipsticks are definitely a little more satin. I love them. They last so well on the lips. They're so comfortable. The colors are phenomenal. I really, really do like the minis because I never go through lipstick, so I like that I can have a lot of them and they're small and I can just take them with me. They fit in my pockets, they fit in my purse. I think they're great. I have tons of these. I just brought 3 today. I have lots and lots and lots of these products in any shade you can imagine, and I love all of them. I think they're great, and I definitely think they're worth the price. The next one I have here is the Urban Decay Primer Potion Eyeshadow Primer. I have actually just about used this one up. I am squeezing the last few drops out of this tube. This is one of those products that I have repurchased over and over and over again. I rarely purchase the same product repeatedly unless I think it is the best thing out there, and this is one of them. I have tried so many eyeshadow primers that people have recommended to me and said are just as good, if not better, and I've never found anything that works as well as this for me. I find this never creases on me. It makes my eyeshadows more pigmented. It makes them last longer. I love it. I know there are cheaper primers out there, and hopefully I find one day that is cheaper and just as good, but as of now, I don't think there's anything that rivals this one. The next one is another sort of general category of products, and that is the Natasha Denona Midi palettes. These are the, I think they're $65 in the States. I think they're about $85 in Canada, but I love these. And personally, I feel like these are the best value for Natasha Denona palettes. So you get 15 shades in these ones. You also get 15 shades in the slightly bigger ones, the ones like Biba and Safari. They're also 15 shade palettes. They just come with bigger pans. But if you're someone like me who has a lot of eyeshadow, you don't really need the bigger pans. You're not going to go through them. I'm definitely not. So for me, the bigger pans aren't better value because I'm not going to go through them. They're only better value if you use them up. I think these ones are better because you get the exact same number of colors. You get the same variety in these ones, but they are cheaper, they're smaller, they're easier to travel with. And I like the packaging of these ones. They're sturdy. I know some people don't like the sort of plasticky packaging. They prefer the kind of soft leathery ones of the really, really big guys like Metropolis. I don't have any of those, but I actually do like the sort of solid, sturdy packaging. Same with the big ones. You can actually poke these guys out using the holes on the back and rearrange them. So if you want to customize them, if you have a few like I do here, you can mix and match them to make 3 perfect palettes for you. I think these are a great Natasha Denona purchase for the price, and I do think the quality is consistent with the bigger ones. So I think these are a more accessible and probably better value for most people than the bigger palettes are. So if you're in the mood for Natasha Denona but you don't want to shell out $130 or $170 depending on where you live, these ones might be the better choice. This next one here is a bit bold of a choice for me because it is fairly new to my collection, but that is the Nabla Skin Glazing Powder. I have mine in the color Lola. I have never used a powder like this. It gives your skin such a sheen. It's so wet looking, but without being shimmery. There's no glitter. It's just soft and beautiful. I use this one as like a sheeny blush, and it is gorgeous. I've only had this in my collection for a little under a month, and I absolutely 100% think the price is worth it. I am going to pick up Ozone as well, which is the lightest shade. It is more of like a champagne, so it would be more of a true highlighter on me. But I know from using this one that this is absolutely worth the price. These are phenomenal. The next product I have to talk about is one that is, I think, a little bit overlooked now on YouTube, although it was really popular when they first launched, and those are the Chrome Shadow Paint Pots by Tarte. I have mine in the color Frosé, which is this sort of icy pink sparkle. I absolutely love this product. I think it is fantastic. I absolutely love this product. I think it is fantastic. I know there are similar products out there. I know the L'Oreal one is fairly similar as well. I think there's a Maybelline one that is pretty close. I have tried both of those products and they're good, but I don't think they're as good. I think this one is better. And I absolutely love to use this shadow as a companion to some all matte palettes I have, or some palettes where I don't love the shimmers as much as I love the mattes. I think this makes an excellent lid topper. The color works so well for my eyes. The shimmer looks amazing. It's impactful, it's sparkly, but it's very fine milled. It doesn't look chunky on the eyes. And I love these. I think they're great. If I ever run out of Frosé, I will absolutely repurchase this one. I think it is fantastic. And the last one I have to mention is the Fenty Gloss Bombs. I have the original as well as the creams. I have more than one shade of each, but I've just brought one here. I love these. I know there are cheaper glosses out there. I know there are glosses with a similar formula out there, but I don't love any gloss as much as I love these. I tried this little mini, this is the original in Fenty Glow, first. And since then I have bought so many. I have actually gone through an entire one of the full size of the color Fussy and have since repurchased it because I loved it so much. I absolutely adore these glosses. They make your lips look so smooth and so shiny. They're beautiful, beautiful glosses. They have some sparkle, but they don't look sparkly on the lips. The cream glosses, I have the one in Honey Waffles here, are very rich and pigmented without being overly goopy or cakey like some pigmented lip glosses can be. It feels very similar to the originals except without the sparkle, so there's no grit to it. I absolutely love these. I will continue to repurchase them. I do think they are worth the price, and I have not found a gloss I like as much as these. So those are all 10 of the products that I had to share with you today that I think are worth the high-end price tag. What do you think about my choices? Do you have other products that you think are worth the price tag? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!